So let's give this a whirl. December 1st, 2018, and we've been here at the Orpheum watching Les Mis. Before I really talk about the show some, I am going to stop to say, so twice a year, these Broadway shows will take up donations for Broadway Cares, a charity with its main emphasis being HIV, but will also deal with ovarian and breast cancer. So it's kind of a general thing. So last year they did this during Phantom of the Opera, and we got a strand of the chandelier because it has to be restrung every so often, and I got one of the opera ghost notes. And this year the big ticket item is Jean Valjean's parole ticket that he tears up. There is a piece of paper here that makes it a charitable contribution receipt, which also lets you know when this ticket was actually torn up. Not a great big tear because it was being used for charity, and it is signed by the actors playing Javert and Jean Valjean. So a little bit about the show. I'm not worried about spoilers because most people who watch this will either have seen Les Mis or they will have seen the movie version of it. And the show is very different now. You might ask yourself, well, on the front here or somewhere I read where it said reorchestration, and I'm like, oh my, they've been tampering with this. How is this going to work out? As soon as the orchestra began playing, I could hear the difference. This did not sound like the recordings. I looked down into the orchestra pit because it sounded like there was a full symphony orchestra down there in that pit. Technology has improved so much. And I don't know when these shows started traveling with their own built-in stage and they're carrying their own lighting system and everything, but because of the new staging, props are able to come in and out so much easier. Sets change just instantly, which gives it a deeper flair there. Technology as far as sound equipment is so much improved since the last time that I had seen this, and it meant that the performers were actually able to add more emotion to their voice because the technology allows the sound to come out so much on its own. So it was amazing, some of the things they could do. Now there's a choice that they made with Thénardier that I want to do some more reading about. It was kind of a shock to the system, the choice that they made. It works very well, but still it's something that you have to deal with when you've heard so many recordings of it and you've seen the movie version of it. Gavroche, in many ways, ends up with more things that just come on by.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Disrupt the picture.
And Gavroche gets to do many more things. He's a street urchin, but he's always been lovable. But they allow more of that to be seen with the way that he gets with people. You'll see where he has used the term emotional attachment for some of the characters on the stage. And so it means that you really have to, there's so much to watch because everybody's making their own characters. One thing that I will tell that I don't think will be a spoiler, in the very beginning, I noticed one of the guards being almost kind to one of the prisoners. And I thought, what is going on here? That makes no sense. And then I saw that prisoner pulling another prisoner down because he was trying to keep this prisoner from getting in trouble. And of course, the prisoner turns out to be Valjean, which I think was a marvelous choice if you catch it, because you see there was always that man there, the man that you love halfway through the first act. He was always there, and you actually get to see that it's his release from prison that created the hatred that he had to where he stole from the bishop. I don't remember if they did this before in the original, but I love how when Valjean dies, the bishop comes to greet him as well, just like I know that they did in the movie. It's nice little touches like that. There's wonderful touches throughout the whole thing. There could be things that we could talk about to say, well, I wasn't really happy with that, but I really give this production a thumbs up. I thought that they did an amazing job, especially when you take something as iconic as Les Mis and you not exactly modernize it, but your sensitivities have changed. So really thrilled. We're going to walk down this way just for a little bit. We're going to walk toward Beale Street. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it tonight or not because there is a parade, and I don't think it's on Beale Street itself, but I can't really tell. I'm seeing something that makes it make me think that it's kind of on the side street, but we'll get down a little bit closer, and if we can find a place to eat on Beale Street. Today was St. Jude Marathon, which is why we had a whole lot of problems getting places this time. And then I knew that there was going to be this parade down here on Beale Street. Yeah, we're yielding to faster traffic here. And so I knew that that was going to be a concern as far as leaving. But it's 60 degrees, 1st of December. A Christmas parade of some kind, a holiday parade. It's Beale Street, who knows, it may be an imitation Mardi Gras parade. And it's actually warm enough to go and enjoy it and try to get some place to eat. So it's always an adventure around here. So you enjoy yourself, whatever you're doing after you watch the video. We're going to go down here and enjoy ourselves. And it's kind of hard for me to remember, I'm on a mic now, which means I really don't have to start getting real loud to try to be heard over the parade. I'm trying to see if there are any places where they'll let people kind of get by, because the parade is not the most important thing to me. Finding a place to eat is the most important place to me. So the parade is just kind of like a side treasure, adding to the, yes, we got it. Okay. So we can cross here because the parade is coming off of Beale and on to whichever street it is that we're on, 2nd Street. So if we find a place to eat, we'll eat on this side of the street. And not try to go to the other side. And I think we're just going to stop here at Blue City Cafe just because we don't have to fight the crowd. Bon appetit, or whatever it is. Hi, how are you?